Giving you expert advice thanks to Good Work. Look us up on the app or on the Facebook page. It's Huey with our resident plumber, Ricky. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks, mate.
And of course, James Klein, my mum's favourite, Jimmy with finance.
Good to be with you, Huey.
No, it's always great to see you, mate. Now, Homebuilder scheme, it's been extended. The grant's getting even bigger. We're going to chat to Ricky about how busy he is, but firstly, give us a recap of what Homebuilder means for those on the tools and what it means for consumers.
Well, in the budget a couple of weeks ago, the government has extended the grant from 30 to 50 grand and extended the time frame as well. They really want to stimulate new housing for two reasons. There is still a housing shortage throughout the east coast of Australia in particular, so we need more houses. So that's why they're trying to encourage it. They're also trying to take the steam out of the property market to allow first home buyers to actually get into the market. So this is all about helping younger people find their first home, but also stimulating the market with employment.
And you've never been busier, Ricky?
Never been busier in my life, mate, at the moment. Talk to all trades, everyone is flat out at the moment. So Jimmy, enough about the consumers. How is this going to help us, mate?
Well, what it means is that the work's going to be there for a lot longer. So the knock-on effect from these sort of grants actually takes 18 months to 2 years. So even though the grant might finish, the flow of money for new work will still be there. And while our borders are shut, there will always be a lack of labour and lack of new tradies coming into the market, which is what we're here to try and encourage people to get into the trade, because there is a lot of work for people who want to do it. And secondly, the border shut mean that there's no immigration, which means Australians are spending more on their homes to stimulate the economy before the immigration starts again.
It's an interesting one that Jimmy raised. I'd be keen to get your view on it, Ricky. So when it comes to projecting or forecasting the work you've got and building that pipeline, how focused are you on what you've got the next 3 to 6 months as opposed to the next 2 to 4
Well, for
weeks?
example, Huey, my business is about a week in advance. Nowadays, I have to look 3 weeks in advance, and it's really hard to find tradesmen these days, so I've got to watch my deadlines, which is hard. I've been getting tradesmen in, and they're pushing back. They're having to hire new tradesmen, so there's a lot of work out there for anyone that wants it.
And so when it comes to that 1 week or 2 weeks in advance, are you looking at tradies that you've got to hire as subbies?
Correct. I've been looking at subbies everywhere. It's really hard to find good tradesmen at the moment, but we're getting them, and we will find them.
End of financial year, so we're talking about home builder. You're going to have a solid pipeline. What are some tips you've got for the guys as they prepare their end of financial year taxes and finances?
That's a good question. Everything has to happen before the 30th of June. There's a few things you have to get in order. One, get your papers in order. Get your papers in order right now. I know all you tradies hate your papers. Get your papers and all your expenses in order. 2, if you do need to upgrade some equipment, do it before the 30th of June. You will get the tax advantage before the 30th of June. Okay? And they're the 2 big tips that I've got for you.
I know you hate it, but you're going to have to get on top of it, mate. We've only got about 6 weeks to go.
I've got about 300 to reconcile before then. I should be right.
Well,
mate.
Put it this way. Doing your papers in January, February next year is 5 times harder than doing it in July. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah, it is. I can vouch for that. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
It is, mate. Look, we're going to have heaps more advice. Check us out on the Good Work app, the Good Works Facebook page. We've got Ricky and we've also got Jimmy giving you lots of advice as we head into the end of financial year.